you found.
Oh my god, hey!
It's me, Aeron James.
And me, Mickey Joe Theatre.
And where are we, Mickey?
At the James Earl Jones Theatre in Manhattan, on Broadway, in New York, common New York, to see Gutenberg. Is this a musical?
Yes.
To see Gutenberg that is a musical.
You knew that?
I'd forgotten.
Yes. Which stars?
Andrew Rannells and Josh Gad of the Book of Mormon.
So this is the first time we've reunited on a musical.
Yes.
And it's a musical that's been about a while, but it had never been to Broadway before, so this is its debut on Broadway.
We were discussing other examples of shows that kind of, their first outing on Broadway was a revival of the show. It wasn't the original production, so like Little Shop of Horrors, Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
It's interesting because we don't actually know what this is going to be classified as, because they haven't decided yet.
When it comes to the Tonys, are they calling this a new musical because this is its first time on Broadway, or are they calling it a revival? I'm team revival, but I haven't seen the show yet. Maybe I'll change my mind.
Let's go and find out. See you in a bit. And here's the James Earl Jones Theatre. It used to be the Court Theatre, which is actually still at the top bit there. You can just see there it says Court Theatre. So this is the James Earl Jones Theatre, named after the phenomenal legendary actor. And then
reminds me of the Harold Pinter.
Yes, it does look a lot like the Harold Pinter. And then up on this side, where it says Jones, this is also the theatre, because when they changed it into a James Earl Jones Theatre, they also renovated it so that this is all part of the venue as well.
I'm kind of tickled by the gaps between James, Earl and Jones. Like, it looks classy, but it also implies a pause. It's like James Earl Jones. I have a question for you, Aeron James. Which of his iconic roles first comes to mind when you think James Earl Jones?
Oh, Darth Vader probably. Because well, originally I would have said Mufasa, but I feel like Darth Vader's kind of...
You have forgotten.
I feel like both. I feel like they're as iconic as each other probably now.
A couple of iconic dads.
Something I find interesting is that I find that a lot of the newer renamed theatres for people have their signature, and I noticed that this one doesn't.
Doesn't?
It's not a signature theatre.
Maybe he had a terrible signature. He's still alive. Do you want to know my James Earl Jones Spring Pride? I saw him in Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, yes.
So, at the Wyndhams. So that is what springs to mind.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So let's head over and head into James Earl Jones Theatre to see Gutenberg.
Gutenberg! And
here is the cast board: Josh Gad, Andrew Rannells, Russell Daniels, Sam Hartley, stage managers Rachel Sterner, Mackenzie Murphy. This performance is conducted by Marco Piccolo. This theatre is very orange, which fits very well with this show because it also, all the artwork is orange. Nice lighting fixtures, very nice. And now we're heading through the Golden Gate. I now understand how the extension of this theatre works, because it's a really nice modern kind of foyer space and staircases to the side. So rather than when you walk in and go straight to the auditorium, you go to the side and then you come into this area. As you can see, it's this lovely, more modern, floral situation with all the flowers on the wall. It's very nice. And then a very modern staircase upstairs.
Mickey Joe here with you at this fancy bar to talk cocktails. So, we have the Bud and the Doug. Bud being Josh Gad's character in the show, and Doug being Andrew Rannells. So the Bud is Kettle One Peach and Orange Blossom Vodka, that sounds delicious, ginger beer and lime juice. And the Doug, Aperol, Prosecco and Club Soda. Things that I like individually, but don't necessarily feel strongly about in a cocktail. Okay, if I didn't already have questions about what the show is about, I definitely do now. So this is the merchandise booth. We can see a hoodie design here with lots of different words on the back, like musicals about vampires do not work and go off script. I'm intrigued. There are steins. Is that a stein? That giant mug there that say I cannot read. There are orange socks with cats on. There are actual cats that have neckerchiefs that say Satan. You can see the t-shirt there with Andrew and Josh. The eyes are slightly haunting. We have the caps there. They feature heavily in the show. I know that already. Those baseball caps with the names on. You can also get tote bag. Kitten's optional. You can get a fridge magnet down there. There is an enamel pin. I'll try and show you that slightly closer up when I get the chance. And a book by Andrew Rannells called Uncle of the Year.
Another cool thing they have at Gutenberg is this setup, this display. Let's have Mickey pose. Okay.
It's like that works.
Yeah, I see that. Let's go backwards so you can see. So they're both holding their cameras for selfies and then you join in. Yeah.
Aaron's turn. Aaron's turn. There is a perspective issue because he does look like a tiny little... Yeah, that's the pose. There's a depth problem because he looks like a small little man between two Broadway giants. There's that slightly closer up view of the pin I promised you. You can't, we absolutely do not need the tote. What does the tote say? Yeah, I have such questions about what this show is about.
And so here are the prices for the t-shirt, the hoodie, magnet pin. We are in the auditorium. As I was saying earlier, this theatre is very orange, which this show's design, it's all of the marketing assets, all the posters, it's also orange. And the set has that kind of orange proscenium. Oh, I love that actually. They've made this inner proscenium match the exterior, so it all beautifully goes themed. And this is such a more detailed set than I was expecting, and just very different than I was expecting. It feels like, I'm gathering it's been created to look like a stage pre-setup for a show. So that's your stage door at the back and your kind of inner workings on the back hall of the theatre, where normally you'd have like your set backdrops in front of it. So this is meant to be all the setup, as if it's like a rehearsal or a tech for a musical. That's the vibe I'm getting. Hello, future Aeron here, or present Aeron here. I'm now back in the UK after our trip, and I thought I'd tell you a bit more about our trip to see Gutenberg, how we felt afterwards, any top tips if you're planning a trip to see Gutenberg. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I think the big thing about this cast is, I think the big thing about this show is the cast. Andrew Rannells and Josh Gad are just like the perfect dream team together. The humour, the comedy, the way they just know each other and know how to react to each other is just exemplary. I think if I was trying to recommend this show to people, I would say book it this pairing alone, just to see them on stage, because they truly are kings of like musical comedy, and I think you'll have to like leave with a big smile on your face just from them and how they perform. And of course, we did get the cat.
It's Satan, everyone. You have to see the show to understand what that's about.
Yeah, or you can head to Mickey's channel to read his... you can head to Mickey's channel to watch his review on the show. And of course, yes, we also got the cap.
This takes a surprising amount of dexterity. I was trying to surprise you with it, and then it occurred to me we're both looking at a screen that shows what's happening. It's cute on you.
It is a cool cap. I feel like when you watch the show, you instantly want the cap, because if this show revolves literally around these caps in keeping context.
We could have got two and been Bud and Doug for Halloween.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so cute. That is such a good Halloween Broadway.
There you go. Next year, everyone forget I said that. It's going to be a surprise.
I hope that this show like has a lasting impact. I said this after we watched it. I couldn't believe that this show existed pre this production of this cast.
It feels so written for them, such to the extent to which they've really characterised the material in their own way. And there's a lot of themselves in it as well. If you want to go and see like these performers being Josh Gad and being Andrew Rannells, you get that. They're playing characters, but it feels enough like each of themselves.
Yes, it's fully them.
Yeah.
Top tips on this show. If you're looking to be where the guest producer is, you want to be on the right hand.
Orchestra right.
Yes, orchestra right, and that aisle is where they come from. As a heads up, on our performance, we did not have a celebrity guest.
Yeah, there's not celebs every time. We just had one of the amazing company understudies.
Yes, so don't go there expecting for a specific person. I think the social media, they've been really on it to explain which shows will have specific people arriving for most of them.
They've been teasing.
Yeah, but who knows? You might have the surprise. A surprise one that nobody knows about is going to be there. I would recommend to sit, if you can, closer to the stage, either in the orchestra or like front of the mezzanine.
Being able to read these hats matters.
It's really important, I think, to get some of the jokes. And we spoke to friends who sat upstairs, and they said they could maybe just about read the hats, but then some of the other gags, which are like on props, they didn't see at all. all.
Yeah, that was from the last row of the balcony, and apparently everyone basically just stood.
Yeah, there's such nuance, I think, in like their facial reactions or little things that they do that I feel like you'd feel a bit removed if you were upstairs.
And for the most part, it's not really a big production. It's about those two and their performances.
Yeah, there's not kind of those big set moves and stuff that really play further back.
There's no circle of life moment.
Although, this show had the most craziest set reveal I've ever seen in a show. That was
a bit of a spoiler.
We don't know when.
Fine.
I will just say this show is one of those where...
If you know, you know, and comment below.
I mean, I loved it. I question how spending my money on it, because it was like, it's here, it's gone.
Sort of hard to justify, yeah.
Because it is literally 10 seconds of it.
Did you mention the Billy Joel pre-show music?
No.
I don't even know specifically why. It probably makes more sense to Americans, and something about them, like the band that they have canonically within the show being like a wedding band from New Jersey. I think maybe was the Billy Joel connection of it all, but all of the pre-show music was Billy Joel songs.
Yeah, comment below if you have any
insight into that. Explain that one to me.
Oh, we didn't record it, but we found it really fun, because I think we just didn't expect it to happen. But at the James Earl Jones Theatre, right before the show starts, you get a lovely message from James Earl Jones.
Oh yes! Yes, I forgot about that.
He does his voices. Because we were talking about what's his iconic kind of characters, and then he literally references Darth Vader and does a line.
I think I was questioning whether it was really James Earl Jones.
Definitely was.
There you go.
It was very fun. And if you're looking for more insight into the show and Mickey's full thoughts on this, because obviously he has a lot of thoughts.
Was there an end to that sentence?
Yes.
Was it that they should go and see my review?
Yes.
Were you wanting me to say it?
Yeah.
Oh, then you can go and watch my review on my channel. There you go. I review stuff. I'm very professional. And I promote it wherever possible. I reviewed the show. Go and watch that.
I think for any Brits that are heading over to the US and you're maybe picking your shows to see on Broadway, this would be one of the shows I'd recommend if you're looking for shows that might not ever come to the UK.
For sure. It's such like a Broadway specific moment in time. I don't know really who else could replace them in this cast. They might try and get some other sort of a celebrity pairing that makes sense, because they have to not only be famous enough to sell tickets, but also make sense with each other as a pairing. But also, I think, yeah, it's just a really specific moment with these two right now, and it's maybe the show a lot of people know least about on Broadway. So
yeah,
just another reason to go and watch my review was what I was building up to.
Yeah.
There.
So if you enjoyed this video, and Satan obviously did.
Do you not think this looks like a llama? Or like some sort of alpaca, like a goat or something?
The fluffiness is a lot.
It's just around here. I'm like, are you an emperor, and is this your new groove?
Well, we know what we're going to say to comment below. Comment below with the emoji that most represents the plush.
Vote. Yeah, vote below with the emoji. If you think this looks like a cat, put a cat. If you think it looks like something else, then put something else. Use your democratic right in the comments to sound off on this. Because I love it, but like, is it a cat?
I'm now confused. Is there a llama or alpaca even emoji?
Maybe this is the day we find out there isn't. There's a goat for sure.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Very intrigued. But if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Head over to Mickey's channel to go and watch his review on this. There's more Broadway, West End, and more videos coming soon to this channel. Also, let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see on this channel. We always do Disney stuff as well.
We love feedback.
Would you like to see it? Let us know. And we hope you enjoyed this video. Have a magical and stagey rest of your day. Bye!